Big or small, everybody faces some type of challenge in their life. Mine happened to be pretty big. The song Keep Your Head Up by Andy Grammer really helped me through it. The summer before my 7th grade year, I got a sharp pain in my stomach, and it came and it went, and so I didn't really think anything of it. Well, the next day, it happened again around 7 different times, but every time that wasn't happening, my legs were hurting. And I told my mom, and we decided that there was some relationship between the two of them, but we didn't know how or why. And we figured it would just go away, so throughout the next month or so, it kept happening. Well, one day it came and it didn't stop. So we went to the hospital, and they did x-rays and CAT scans and whatever other tests you can think of, and they told me they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, so they gave me some antibiotics and they sent me home. Well, I took them and nothing changed, didn't get worse, didn't get better, but throughout the next couple of months it kept happening, so we went to every doctor that we could think of that might help me, and on our way there we would listen to that song by Andy Grammer because it really helped me be optimistic about the whole situation. And I started getting pretty bad anxiety, so that song really helped. And we would go to the doctor and they would tell me the exact same thing every single time: Hunter, we don't know what's wrong with you, it'll get better eventually. So we'd go home and I was feeling pretty discouraged, and my mom was researching some things and she found this homeopathic doctor, and she messaged him and she asked him if he had any idea what was wrong with me, and he said, I think I have an idea, bring her into my clinic. So we went to his clinic and he got this massage therapist to look at my stomach, and she said that it was pretty tight and she knew a guy in Abilene that could help. So my mom and I got ready and we drove to Abilene and we listened to that song, and I was pretty positive that we were going to leave there wasting gas because he was going to say the exact same thing that every other doctor had told us. Well, I couldn't walk at the time because this was about 7 months after the first time it happened, and my legs were numb and I couldn't feel them, so I was in a wheelchair, and we went into the appointment in a wheelchair, and he laid me on his table and he said, I know exactly what's wrong with you. There's a muscle in your stomach that is wrapped around your colon and your hip, and mine is extremely too tight, so it made my colon spasm, and then when that wasn't happening, it would pull my hips out of place. So my hips had been out of place for about 7 months, and that's why they were numb. And by the end of the appointment, he had me walking down the street, and my mom was bawling, I remember, because we finally figured out what was wrong with me and I could walk again.
But you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey.
Everything turned out okay because I managed to keep my head up.